of refreshment. Maybe you got something to eat. Thank you so very much for sticking and staying with us. We won't keep you very long, but I'm just saying, although we are bringing down the curtains on our day 2 of the Governor General's I Believe Initiatives Youth Consultative Conference, YCC, don't go anywhere because we have an after party afterwards that is going to be the boss. I'm not going to tell you who is going to be the person just yet, but when you hear me introduce her, you are going to know that the thing just turned up even more. So I just want to thank you very much for registering, whether it is that you registered via 2021ycc.com, the website, whether you got the full interactive experience, or maybe you were watching via social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever it was. Thank you, because you had many options to be anywhere else, but instead you decided to spend the last 2 days with us. Now, in case you might have missed day 1, that is fine. We want to remind you that we came, we talked, we consulted with you, and the next step is now the action. It is implementing and hopefully using your ideas and your exchange, your questions, your answers to really put into policy and possibly programs. So we just wanted to take the time to acknowledge a lot of our presenters, our facilitators who made this possible. So on the first day, we had EduTech, Learn, Unlearn, Relearn with Gordon Swaby, co-founder of EduFocal. And probably the most salient point was embracing the technologies and challenges is important. Patience will take us through this new education era. So don't be in a rush. I think Amani Simpson said it earlier. It's not a sprint, it is a marathon. Be patient and look at the signposts and the road signs that are ahead. We also had a session, Digital Citizenship and the Psychology of COVID-19, and that was facilitated by Amanda Fraser, clinical psychologist. And what she recommended and what she encouraged was check on your friends and family. Use the various platforms and social media to reach out. We all need connection. And I will echo that by saying the persons who are the pillars, the ones who are strong, they're the ones holding it down for everybody else. They're the source of energy and light and advice for everyone. They're the persons the most who you need to check up on. So that was a very good point that she left there with us. We also had a session, fact check, true or false. Dr. Kia Duncan said many young people are buying into the idea of COVID vaccinations now because they have done their own research. So we're saying hold yourself accountable, hold yourself responsible, and with all the information that comes your way, make sure that you do your own research and ensure that the source is absolutely credible. Then we had Ready, Set 2030. It was a workshop, Youth Empowered to Take Action on Vision 2030, facilitated by Davarine Gaynor, UNDP, or Davarine Gaynor, UNDP. And the point was young people are craving the opportunity to get involved, and they want to join any community opportunities they can be active in. So of course, to the listening, to the powers that be, if you're listening, they said, Christina said it yesterday, put us to work. Do not underestimate them. They are not lazy. They actually want to get busy and they want to look at all the community opportunities that they can get active in. We looked at self-care. Health is wealth. Abraham Simmons and Mishka Christie, they said that the self-care is holistic, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Participants can learn more from the workbook, the self-care journey, the workbook, and this workbook will actually be made available in the conference material, and it will be available on the website 2021ycc.com. And of course, today, we heard from 2 amazing presenters. I don't even know if we can call them keynotes because we had a very good interview style with them and we got the most out of them. Amani Simpson, youth advocate out there in the UK, director, youth coach, also a Governor General's recipient. Fantastic work that he's doing there in the diaspora. And finally, just recently, we saw Mr. Dushant Savadia, CEO and founder of the Amber Group. I mean, kudos to the hardworking team, the I Believe team, the Governor General for being the patron. They really went all out to get the right presenters and the right facilitators to create such a beautiful space for you. So at this time, and again, don't go anywhere because we have the IG after party. Don't move a muscle. But before we get to all of that, we would love to hear this address from the United Nations Secretary General's Envoy on Youth. Watch this.
Excellencies, colleagues, friends, good afternoon and warm greetings. My name is Jatma Vikramanayake and I am the United Nations Secretary General's Envoy on Youth. It is my great pleasure to address you today at the closing of the 2021 Youth Consultative Conference held under the theme of A Decade of Action, Building a Resilient Path to Recovery with and for Jamaica's Youth. Congratulations to the Governor General's Program for Excellence and the United Nations in Jamaica for successfully staging this event. And thank you for the kind invitation to be here with you all today. But above all, I want to thank the more than 3,000 young people from Jamaica and across the region who have participated in this consultative conference. Over the course of the last 2 days, you have discussed topics such as access to quality education and the impact of COVID-19 on mental health. Thank you for your contributions to these sessions and for showcasing your innovative solutions and ideas. Young people today are facing a myriad of challenges, from the climate crisis to the COVID-19 crisis. The pandemic has led to increased unemployment and decreased access to education, deepening inequalities and leaving the most marginalized young people at risk of falling further behind. Yet, despite these challenges, young people continue to remain motivated to lead, innovate, and stand up against injustices, building a better future for all. Youth 2030, the United Nations' first ever system-wide youth strategy launched in 2018, envisions a world in which the human rights of every young person are realized, every young person is empowered to achieve their full potential, and that recognizes young people's agency and their positive contributions as agents of change. The UN, together with partners, is working to turn this vision into a reality and to ensure that youth are fully integrated into the 2030 agenda, as well as national development plans, such as the Vision 2030 of Jamaica. Fellow young people, throughout my tenure, I have been continually humbled and inspired by your courage and resilience in the face of adversity. You are part of the largest generation of young people in the history of this planet. You are change makers, leaders, and activists in your own communities and spheres of influence. And as you continue to break barriers to change both policies and practices, know that you have the right to lead, not just in the future, but right now, in this moment. So I call on all of you, both in Jamaica and around the world, to continue to stay engaged and continue to say to those who would rather talk about perils and problems that it is the promise and potential of young people that matters the most and that must be nurtured and supported. As we build back better from the COVID-19 pandemic, it is absolutely crucial that our joint recovery efforts focus on the role, rights, and priorities of young people. As we celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the I Believe initiative, I want to leave you all with a reminder that, in the words of the Governor General himself, and I quote, "The realization of Vision 2030 Jamaica will require the input of youth who must be engaged and involved in the country's transformation process. The successful achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals depend on it," unquote. I look forward to following and learning from the outcomes and recommendations of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That was the United Nations Secretary General's envoy on youth, reminding us that in spite of all of the circumstances and of course all of the crises, our young people remain hopeful, faithful, optimistic, and motivated. She also encouraged you to be the agents of change, to be the advocates and the activists. And she reminds you all that you have the right to be fully integrated, the right to be heard, the right to be served, and certainly the right to lead. Now I pass the mic over to Abraham Simmons, who you would have heard from yesterday, who gave us the welcome, the opening remarks, and the overview of what the YCC is all about. And I will pass the mic to him to do the official closing remarks. This is Abraham Simmons, National Coordinator, the GGPE.
Thank you very much, Terry.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for remaining with us over the past 2 days. You would have benefited from some exciting presentations. We heard from speakers from all over the world, some indigenous here at home. We heard from Mr. Simpson joining us from the UK, and we had just now the UN Secretary General's Youth Envoy. It's been very insightful, and I'm very appreciative of those of you who took the time out to join and let your voices be heard. I'm confident that we are on the road to building a resilient path to recovery with and for you, our young people. In these challenging times, it is important that we stick together. When young people work together, amazing things can happen. We will be working together with our partners at the UN to bring your ideas to the tables of agencies and other partners who will mainstream them into our plans for our recovery. The work certainly will not end here. There are so many activities that are left on our calendar of events. I want to talk to you more specifically about our IBI induction ceremony and annual reporting conference that will happen on November 30 this year. Every year, we induct a new cohort of IBI ambassadors into our family from across the various parishes. Applications are normally received through the parish custodies or directly at King's House. We review them, and then we bring you into our network of IBI ambassadors who primarily are based across the island doing various projects, rallying youth voices on different matters affecting us, including climate change, gender equality, and so on. Last year, we had about 37 new IBI ambassadors, and that number continues to grow. In this very room that I'm joining you from, there are IBI ambassadors everywhere helping to get things done. That speaks to the support, that speaks to the energy and the drive that our IBI ambassadors have innately. If you think you can be a part of our team, you have what it takes, you have the drive innately, the passion, and the will to support nation building, you can become a part of our family. You made this conference a resounding success by voicing your thoughts, concerns, and perspectives on issues that impact you the most. The conference was also made possible through the United Nations, a major partner this year, alongside the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Nestle, National Integrity Action, Spice World, Melmac Dental Care, and PBCJ, who stream for us on Facebook and on PBCJ on Flow TV and Flow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an exciting 2 days. On behalf of the Governor General's Program for Excellence, His Excellency the Governor General, and members of the I Believe Initiative Network, I want to thank you, encourage you to stay connected with us so that we can work together as we build a resilient path to recovery. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much. Abraham Simmons, National Coordinator, the GGPE. He's so nice. Every time I see him, I just want to smile. And I feel like if I was in a club with him and he was the treasurer, I would have taken all my money. I couldn't tell him no. Thank you so very much. And again, I do echo the sentiment. The hardworking team, they're the persons who you almost never see on the forefront. You will never see them on the stage or in front of the camera, but there's a hardworking team on the back end from technical support. Of course, Tony Aiken over there, who is definitely, keeping up the interpretation for our deaf community. We thank each and every person who was a part of that. Your role and responsibility, your roles and your various responsibilities are not taken for granted. Now, Abraham also spoke about your participation. Without your participation, without your engagement, really, this wouldn't be a success. And because of your engagement and your participation, some of you are going to win some things, some prizes, courtesy of Nestle, Melbeck Dental Care. Is it Melmac Dental Care? I want to make sure that I say it correctly, as well as the I Believe Initiative. And the reason why I'm going to talk about Melmac Dental Care just a little bit is because we spoke about self-care earlier. We spoke about self-care yesterday. And we spoke about the fact that we can't just talk about, getting the money, getting the job, looking about the career, making the profit, and we're not taking care of our bodies. And yes, we're speaking a lot about mental health and we're speaking about physical health, but a lot of us do not even talk about our dental hygiene. So ask yourselves, when last have you gotten cleaning, dental cleaning? When you finish and you do this, smooth, I promise you. And it can be very, very expensive, but because of YCC and because of the meaningful collaborations and partnerships, and I don't know who win what, okay? So don't hold me to it. I don't know who win what. But because of the very important partnerships with this particular dental care, you will receive, I don't know how many dental care packages or how many people will be, 2 persons. So 2 lucky persons will receive the service of getting good dental hygiene done. Come on now, it does not get better than that. So we thank Melmac Dental Care. Thank you so very much for that. So these are our winners for today. Damore McQueen, at McQueen Damore. Country People Advocate, that is your name? That is your name on Twitter? Country People Advocate at I am Divi Livity. Kylie at Kyle JN19. Jermaine McKenzie, Trisha Greer, Donette Wright, Andrew Hines. Thank you so very much for participating. The gifts, the prizes will be spread out, disseminated between all of you, between Nestle, Melmac Dental Care, as well as the I Believe initiative. Now, the person who I'm going to hand the mic over, who will do the official vote of thanks, is Malik Kelly, IBI Ambassador.
Thank you, Terry. Ladies and gentlemen, just 3 words. This is it. I have chosen the King of Pop, Michael Jackson's movie headline to signal the close of what I am sure you will all agree has been a mentally stimulating, informative, and amazing 2-day Youth Consultative Conference 2021. I, Malik Kelly, I Believe Initiative Ambassador, have the distinct pleasure this afternoon to move the vote of thanks to everyone who has helped make this conference a reality and no doubt a success. Firstly, let me start with a caveat and thank anyone who I may erroneously or otherwise forget to mention your contribution, and assistance here is by no means lessened by this speech. Let me express our sincerest thanks to His Excellency, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, Governor General of Jamaica, for giving young people the platform through the I Believe initiative to host this conference annually, to engage with one another and various stakeholders so that we can share our ideas and concerns for a better Jamaica. Thank you, Your Excellency. This year has been no different, and while it is the first year we have hosted the conference virtually, we are happy for the opportunity. Thanks also to the Honorable Custos Dunwell, Custos Rotalorum of St. Andrew, for the invocation yesterday, and Dr. Gary Corneal, UN Resident Coordinator, for his timely remarks during the opening ceremony yesterday. To our energetic and effervescent moderator for the 2 days, Dr. Terry Carell Reed, thank you for guiding us through the proceedings so effortlessly and for providing sound conference highlights from the presentations over the last 2 days. Thank you so much, Dr. Reed. Thank you also to Roshane Rushcam Campbell for starting us off so brilliantly with leading our opening session yesterday inside the classroom. To our panelists and presenters over the period, which included IBI ambassadors, the Honorable Robert Nesta Morgan, Daniel Bailey, Christina Williams, Gordon Swaby, Amanda Fraser, Dr. Kia Duncan, Davarine Gaynor, Dana Atkinson, Abraham Simmons, Mishka Christie, Amani Simpson, and Dushyant Savadia. We are most grateful for your expertise, knowledge, and engaging with our attendees on how we can build a resilient path to recovery with and for Jamaica's youth. The 2021 YCC is a big deal, and we are so honored to have been joined by the United Nations Secretary General's Envoy on Youth for her sound closing address. Thank you, Jasmine. A virtual conference of this nature or magnitude and quality would not have been a reality without the kind support of our sponsors. The United Nations in Jamaica, our title sponsor, for partnering with us and buying into the vision of this year's theme and reminding us about the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, thank you. The Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Kingston Bookshop for allowing us to use their physical location from which we could stream to you these past 2 days. First Regional Cooperative Credit Union, Nestle, National Integrity Action, Spice World Supermarket, and Melmac Dental Care. Your contribution has meant the world to us, and we say thanks. Thank you to our technical teams from Main Event and commercial concepts for allowing us to go live and in style online on your phone, your tablet, your desktop, and through social media. And to our makeup artists for ensuring we were presentable for your screens, thank you. And to PBCJ for allowing us to stream and make us reach you all wherever you are, thank you. To our I Believe ambassadors who rose to the occasion and assisted as moderators for the various sessions, social media coordinators, reception and set assistants, ensuring all ran smoothly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, each and everyone, for continuing to serve and lift the IBI banner high. I am proud to be a part of this team. A conference of this nature could not have been planned and executed overnight. Please allow me to acknowledge Mr. Abraham Simmons, Mr. Alex Sterling, and Mr. Maury Tomlinson from the GGPE office for their hard work and dedication in getting this conference off the ground this year after a year's hiatus. Please stand and take a bow wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks also to the staff of King's House for their guidance on protocol and overall support over the last 2 days. We must say thanks as well to Tony Aiken for her sign language services over this period. We could not have done it without you as we continue to be an inclusive organization. Last, but by no means least, to each and every one of you and you for joining us, our attendees, and sticking the course over these last 2 days, engaging with our presenters and letting your voices be heard. These consultations will be used to draft a call to action to our leaders that each of you have played a role in creating, and we thank you. Please remember, if you have yet to do so, to engage our virtual village at 2021ycc.vfairs.com. That's 2021ycc.vfairs.com, where you can take a selfie with a photo frame, play the SDG scavenger hunt, and visit our sponsor exhibition booth, just like you would in the face-to-face conference hall. Continue to be safe and adhere to the COVID-19 protocols, please, as together we will overcome this pandemic. At us at the GGPE on social media, #YCC2021. Continue to engage us on our social media and look out for other updates on other GGPE 30th anniversary events. And of course, our YCC 2022, which will be only bigger and better with you. Thanks all once again, and do enjoy the rest of your afternoon with our after party, courtesy of ZJ Sparks. No, God bless.
Lordy nicey. Oh gosh. Listen, I just want to let everybody know that I'm building a team, and I think I'm going to come all the way over to the IBI ambassadors and just teach every single one of them. No, thank you so very much, Malik Kelly, IBI ambassador, who so ably thanked everyone who has played an integral role, those of us on camera and those of us behind. Now, we've closed down the curtains. This is where we say farewell, but in true YC style, in true I Believe initiative style. We just couldn't leave and just say bye-bye and just leave the stage like that, right? So we did mention, and you heard Malik say that we're going to have an after party. So this is where you put on the pen, the pad, there. You're going to really enjoy yourself. And it is with great privilege and pleasure that I invite my sister, content creator and curator. You guys see her in the space all the time, nobody of energy like her. And therefore, she was the very perfect person that we could think of to put in this space. And while we prepare for her, because I want to give her her good introduction, what we want you to do is not walk away from these 2 days thinking I'm motivated, I'm inspired, and leaving it at that. We want you to take all the nuggets, all the gems, all the insights that you have been told, and we want you to apply it. If you're already applying it, look for somebody around you, your brethren, your sister, your sibling, somebody who you can now help, or you can teach, or you can spread the word. I think it was earlier on, we said, I think it was Amani Simpson who says, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a community to raise a nation. And so we thank you so very much. And the participation doesn't have to stop just here on this particular platform. Have these conversations within your own communities. Use your social media and become the activist and the advocate. Be the change that you actually want to see. I hope the prize winners heard their names: Dabor McQueen, Country People Advocate, Kylie, Jermaine McKenzie, Trisha Greer, Donette Wright, Andrew Hines. Thank you for participating. Because you did, you will walk away with prizes that will be disseminated courtesy of Nestle, IBI, Melback Dental Care. I'm hoping that I can get my teeth cleaned at Melback Dental Care. And Tony Aiken also says herself as well. And as we continue to have the conversations, in all seriousness, please remember to include our youth and to include our other Jamaicans and our other citizens with disabilities. We cannot speak about innovation or anything else if we're not being inclusive. So with that said, and I want to light up the chat, the person who I'm going to introduce will actually jump off a pier in a Treasure Beach, but we're not going to talk about it. Content creator, content curator, media practitioner, producer, selector, vibes master, music maestro, Sparky baby. Listen, the IG after party is handed over to ZJ Spark.
Thank you so much, Terry. People ask Terry what she bring back from England for you. No, Terry, where is the big British bag? But what the foreign things, them, Terry? Now, big up Tony. It's going to be very interesting to see how Tony is going to be translating these songs as I juggle. Star Sign Language, Global Sign Language person. Big up Tony. Big up to everybody who's been attending for the last 3 days. With us like a wall of vibes, you know what I mean? Big up to everybody at I Believe. Yeah, man. We're a wall of vibes right now. But you know we can't start it without bigging up God. You know what I mean? Let's start it this way. Okay, big up yourself.
It's me again.
Now we're gonna test out Terry dancing skills.
It's me. Yes,
Oh, we are doing Terry. Now, all of my bright, intelligent youth, them right now. It no matter where you come from.
Today, Janos.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Father God, I made them fight me so hard. I lucky things to me no coward.
What?
I lucky thing me put me trust not the Lord. Them want me for dead in the mag like dog. No make the hope you work at them get no reward. No make them get no reward. No make the hope you work at them get no reward.
You know why?
You see them sit down and a fight against me kick. Me laugh. I see him where Judas stand in front and they fight against the king.
Stay focused.
Read the songs and realize I know nobody them. Them a try set me up with this body them. Successful life that I bother them. Power up and kill his snake on the ladder them. Father God, I made them fighting so hard. I lucky things to me no.
God Swaber would say, focus and execute.
Lord, them want me for dead in the mag like dog. No make the hope you work at them get no reward.
And let me tell you something.
Get no
You define yourself. Don't make anybody else define you. Listen to me now.
Well, and then, man, a thing in her. Just remember when you're great, them try to fling in a dirt. Go leave a pain in me heart, sweating on my shirt. Long before me top the chart, that the thing did I work. Me did not say, man, a king in her. Yo, me never drop me guard.
This is our cap after Friday.
Long before me start the millions, guys pick me a flirt. You
no, Tony, you move fast to the sign language. Yeah.
Life is a mystery, you just be brave. Them history, we are not slave. We are short freedom for the kingdom, not the cage. And the queen them, we want to turn a better page. Yeah, me know poverty, make we full of rage. But we
keep your head up,
Stage 12 year old, I travel with that 12 gauge. Him mother still a
tell us something, life is a cycle.
Confidence we go ever, but me sister Elris. Watch them all lock up the money.
And sometimes you feel like you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. You need a team.
I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around.
Yeah, man, encourage your friend then.
Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on.
Enough said it for everybody.
In your corner.
For yourself. 14 o'clock.
never gonna let you down. And if me lose it all and everything slide down, them on the big ride, she stand up by the king's side. I'm some dog, I hold it down on the inside. One call and them still smile, I'm on town, the thing fine. In a corner like the coach, the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no close, catch no swing my way. I love my tool, him not the road, but never swing. Yeah, and if we fight to fight to death, that's you right.
What's that?
So when I call him my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I real it.
You need a team.
Leave
Let's
it.
just say you're right. Find the right people to dip on your team as well.
And we will play together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend.
I have some people when them go foreign or them go university, them say where you come from. They're afraid for some balaclava. Not afraid for make them know where you come from. Everybody can't come from Kingston. Remember that. If you come from Lilliput, if you come from Little London, if you come from Southside, no matter where you come from. If you come from Chapelton, it don't matter where you come from, as long as you work hard and work for your goals. Let them know where you come from.
Real jokes never worry about being on. We destiny don't plan. Some say we now live long. The other say a judgment road to live by next set. Said me sell my soul to Satan. God bless me for shame, but mine with it.
Hear me now.
Me a go tell the boy happy growth. You coulda call it papi growth. Me life never easy, me don't try the happy road. But miss me use lucky road. Me always dream this.
Hey, no make Terry leave yet, you know.
MTV bring
Terry have to do little dancing, you know.
Mark head a grade 9 and that was a heavy load. We keep we out, we go touch your road. Trace call, no me drop a C4 every Thursday, me the station a report.
I hope when I learn something, you know. Over the last few days, I hope when I learn something.
When me touch a Portmore, taps calling scope more. From 3 west to 5 east, like the place and we done sure. Home family when you well tour. Real thugs never forget the dumb plan or where we come from. Yeah. Real thugs never worry about being on. We destiny don't plan. Sometimes
when we not pursue on the goals, when we get too caught up in the glitter. Remember your family. When last you check on them?
Family. Sure. If I want it, me hate a fern killer. Me no believe in a fern killer. Family.
When last you check on mommy? When last you call grandpa?
Me love me family, them do me heart. No, the dearest one of them.
When last you check on your big sister with sacrifice so you could have go high school?
Real better them. Cause them no know when we a buy 3 sardines and the 1 pound a rice from shop. And them no know when we a get chased by cops and the drop. And all the woman make it now. No struggle feel. And know all of them. And know who real now make them trick me and kill me. No way, you must see mad. Life are the greatest thing that me no left. Me no left, my God. Can't trick me and kill me. You must see mad. This thing that me no. Me no. Me own alien, na me own alien. So no boy can't style me. Na me own alien, yeah. Me no frightened feelings, me a start to me thing. And me not just some boy cause them price me drinks. And if me no rate you, me no go on your people. Me no want me no links. Cause me know if you will out. If me can't buy a spliff, much less see buy a drinks. Never grew up fi bogot. Come and born as a thugs and me mother never grew a whim. Me no frightened for people, no frightened for people. No it's a people, I be frightened for me. Just hide me in the street when me out at night. Mother they read Bible for me. Of likes. Them never tell you before, say pressure bus pipe. Pick up on your car, manage you enough like. Better you suffer the consequence cause you love hype. I chew me staying on me own, alien on me. Game so no guy. Own alien on me. I can't do 6. Me have some things that me never talk about. Circumstances me no want to live without. We no do them nothing and them want to take we out. Them send them friends to kill me but them couldn't make me out. Read my Bible every day, me hold my faith and I no doubt. Well, heap of hungry nights because no food in the house. And what is that to me? You a take it for a joke. Temptation that a stress. Why you feel some smoke?
Every day you can't be the same. Every day you can't be the same. The youth them a pray. Every day you can't be the same. 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 The youth them a pray. Every day you can't be the same. Every day you can't be the same.
I cried unto the Lord with my voice. With my voice unto the Lord did I make my supplications. I poured out my complaint. I showed before me. Then don't waste my path. In the way wherein I walked, have they privately laid a snare for me. The fool has never been told yet. The truth has never been spoken of. It's like I've never been home. Still I've never been homeless. Give thanks to Jah. I was never alone. What if I was hopeless? Would they really ignore me? What if I was broken heart? Or stressed? What if I've never been so blessed? What would I really become? What would life really be like if I never had no friends? Would I still be me or someone else? Is it really just like a hero if he died before everyone noticed? Have I really got chosen? Whoa, am I really that potent? Is it really my just got more? Am I really that broke? Whoa, really got chosen? Not really. Not really. When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon. Yes, everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Yeah, as far as I can. I can. Yeah.
I'm telling you, the wicked them now rest. The you in the rest either. Keep going for your goals.
Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home.
You understand?
I find my way, I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning,
You know what?
I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I live.
Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration from you nor your patrons. Boasting about name brands. We cost over 8 grand. When me searching have the same one. With the cost of a straight pants.
All right.
Why own a Ferrari?
No, see the line there, see the line there. Invest your money. And how much you earn is how you portion it. Some of you just can't afford no eye alone. We don't want to put in a hot one when you can't reach it.
Bush loader.
Set lofty goals, you know. But be practical. How why?
Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration from you nor your patrons. Boasting about name brands. We cost over 8 grand. When me searching have the same one. with the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari with nowhere to park it, boy? Why shop a Louis V when there is a target? Know me hype on my face.
Now big up the whole of St. Mary right now. Anybody here from St. Mary?
Trendy, bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link my wife when me want. Cause when side girl, child support that lead to farming over plastic, investment over graphic.
Anybody interested in farming?
Me alright being
Big up all for parents use Kelly and send them go to school.
Did life a pens love. Land me so me I go get the fence round. Drop a canteen up on it, make sense down. But for eyeglass for drink or ends out. I put a truck on the road and went down. I broke tell the beggars to me spend down. They shall good when the bush lads step down.
Listen me.
I said so over eyeglass them name free.
You hear what I'm saying? I said so over hype. Make sure you use your time wisely.
But this one everybody knows here.
You use your mind in a creative and positive way.
See for the pagans them. I don't business with them, bro. I'm my own rotted life a pens love. Land me so me I go get the fence round. Drop a canteen up on it, make sense down. If a eyeglass for drink or ends out. I put a truck on the road and went down. I broke tell the beggars to me spend down. They shall good when the bush lads step down.
Stay the course, stay the course.
I said so over eyeglass them name free. True contribution to NHD. So me can qualify for your loan. Use that money and purchase a home.
Let me tell you something.
To
You have some people them selfish. Them no want share the ideas. Them no want share the road to success. Them feel like if them tell you how you can achieve success, them not gonna be successful. That is a lack mentality. You know what I mean? Share it or spread it. And not everybody gonna execute in the same way. You know what I mean?
Don't business with them, bro. I'm one rotted life a pens love. Land me so me I go get the fence round. If I can't be in the body, make sense down. If I eyeglass for drink or ends out. I put a truck on the road and went down. I broke tell the beggars to me spend down. They shall good when the bush lads step down. I said so over eyeglass them free. True contribution to NHD. So me can qualify for your loan. Use that money and purchase a home. My plan surpass A, B, and C. My granny old shop turn Airbnb. Foundation said grandbabies can face. Make money on the plate, let me show you how to do it.
You can't dream about it alone, you know. You know why?
You can never have nothing if you don't work hard.
You have to put in the work.
Can't achieve nothing if you don't work hard.
You can't imagine it, but you still have to work, forget
Can't
it.
make no money if you don't work hard. Oh yeah. Sure. Hustler baby, you know that I may. Some real star girl like Gwen Stefani. Artists across through the world prefer me.
You see that?
Pay for them song, them play mine, them play for free. They must say me so flat, but I like that.
All right.
Girl a drive and me a the pilot. Me boy violate them, come on and fly that. Yeah, this and rolling. Don't try that. Ha. Some of them no want work.
That must say them no want work, but them want things.
Hustling and my grandma work hard to take care of Rihanna. Boy, you know why help your mother. You know why help your brother. You vex every time you see a you.
What Granny would I
climb
say?
up the ladder. You can't just a higgle. Your granny tell me say you won't need one bridle. Why? Can't just a higgle.
Where you come here for? Where you come here for?
Cause the devil will find you.
Every time I feel can't do no different. Swear me I will win. That's why I'ma try again. Every time I feel, cause God always a listen.
That's right.
One day I have to win. That's why I'ma try again.
What you say, Jada?
Tell me, working hard while I'm still struggling. Minimum wage can't cover my bills. Somebody tell me how I'm gonna live. Be my
You
complaint.
have to stay hungry.
I'll do it now, sure. Only me and God know how I'm doing.
Don't get man.
Drive out of town and pray home walk the place and yes, me, Tanisha first daughter. When my just start, me used to hear
No
beat.
matter what you're going through right
You
now.
say a time or the master, and everything my son I'm going do me, I go after. You see the free, that's why every day my OD. Just I get a girl from the east with a dream. I shoot for the top.
What you say? Every day, where you aim for?
Every time I feel, can't do no
That's
different.
right.
Swear we have to win, that's why we try. Every time I feel, cause God always a listen.
Let me tell you something. From your plant, you have to reap. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Spread your wings. Nothing is impossible, believe me. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Nothing is impossible. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Blessing off a flow like a river. 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 Zap of them for know some man a leader. Shatter them ready, man a leader. Blessing off a flow like a river. Turn them back and we turn them in a believer.
Believe in yourself. Put in the work. Plant the seed. You understand? Gain the knowledge and learn of your
Spread
life.
your wings. Nothing is impossible, believe me. If I can do it, you can spread your wings. Nothing is impossible. If I can do it, you can spread your wings.
That's why.
Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river.
That's why.
Zap of them for know some man a leader. Shatter them ready, man a leader. Blessing off a flow like a river. Turn them back and we turn them in a believer.
What the crop
On a fire like a rocket, you want them, I go stop it. Tell her give me something fat in the traffic. Turning up the profit that I cash in my pocket. Food in the fridge, only pot. See you, yeah, we at it. Every day we at it. Go get the bread, the place so bad, and don't forget it. I will even tell you about the wild, I know Jurassic. Like change shape up. Listen off a flow like a river. 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 Massacre them know say we are leave.
First time when I feel like give up, you know.
We are
But
leave.
it's normally at that time.
Flow
You
like
go
a
one or
leaf.
two more times, the success comes. And you can't sing the song, you know.
Man feel like a champ right now. Get to yourself, kids.
Listen to me. Nothing is a failure until you stop. Sometimes you just keep on trying. Bump your foot.
Feel like a champ right now. Smiling to the bank right now, yeah. Man shining on the plans right now. Start up to be my drive out there. So me have to give thanks to the worst pass. Every time I touch a plane, no first class. No boy did I say me not go reach nowhere. No more Jenna, they in a them girl thoughts. No man a heavy get and you out idle. Patience are the key for survival. Babylon, anything me say is final. Know the thing I forget like a 45 girl. So me know why the one of them hate me. Cause me touch them sister and them wife and them side girl. No make no boy build me spliff, that is vital. No one them grab on me, we burn me spliff vital. Man feel like a champ right now. Smiling to the bank right now, yeah. Man shining on the plans right now. Start up to be my drive out, yeah. So me have to give thanks to the worst pass.
And some people say things about you when I go to come and try to fight you know. I play out, but you know you have to make it serious on you.
The pain of the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me. Now somebody want me love. Push me another time, never sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and I see no blood. Let me up again, pain and heartbreak. Shut me night for my love. All of me life experiences, things when me got through.
None can't hold you back but your mind.
Boy say them bad, why wine and vain? Me nah no time for chase. Sometimes I say me love the girl, the man, the matters is sexy and clean. But me never name nothing when I cook in a canteen. You see me all the while, what make you know run in. Chat alone, I'm after my internet name. Full out of the party, well, madam me. Nothing personal, I just how we let us stay. Let me tell you, the pain of the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me. Now somebody want me love. Push me another time, never sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and I see no blood. Ready up again, pain and
I'm gonna tell you, if you work hard for your things, nothing wrong if you treat yourself. You know why?
Jeans, polo, white tees, and man, I rock brand new clocks for foot.
No. People have this thing where them like shame you. When you put in all of the hours, you take out your student loan, you have to try and guarantor. You put in the hours, you spend countless hours for YouTube or try and learn. You go on Coursera, you go to the library, and then why you feel bad when you buy little things for yourself. I want to them.
Brand new clocks for foot. Every girl pass shook one down, I rock brand new clocks for foot. Me go make the link on the back, pushing on me new wallabies. Everybody see me say them want one of these. I tell them grab a leaf, one down, I rock brand new clocks for foot. I'm a girl, I rock brand new clocks for foot. Jump out of it. Everybody can see it.
Sometimes you have to brap little. You have to de-stress. Spend little money for yourself.
Y'all have say, why make you clean so? Y'all have say, why make you clean so? High grade smoke a flow through me window. Me a overdo it. Woman I feel, love me style, let me smell me cologne from my mind. Love me style, me sweet.
Hear what?
Man, so don't love me. Me get y'all easy like Doremi. Me want to be a load halfway tree. Me a overdo it. Unruly dash. Spaceshiply far from them can't see me. In the front, man I squeeze up them girlfriend. Me have the key for the place like this. Higher than sky vodka, we no use PD. Me can't overstand now some boy move silly. Fi wear name brand, them got on free willy. Them boy, them a militant, ask Millie.
Now listen to me. Don't make your mother pay your school fee. Don't take out your student loan and a gallivant and not study a book and not absorb nothing. You see, you me attack. Because if you do that, at this way I go say.
Top girl, I me never born in a this week. Me still shop a DDs, I'm still shop a Macy's. Not go serve.
Don't make your parents sacrifice go in vain.
For link, I'm no afraid no for face. Young girl, no for kill it. If I know your size, don't wear it. And if I know your price, don't claim it. You better buy when your money can buy. Put some in your savings. Woman, say I'm confident. And you feel learn to depend on yourself. Do your little 9 to 5, me darling. Not like you check my Friday morning. Somehow no don't use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy bed. Cock up in a man cake before you put your kids before you. Big think in your head. What a good thing, me no live to impress people.
Don't do it.
I will never ever live to impress people. And then I know no live to impress.
I have to have some balance, you know. You can't just study alone, you know. You can't just work alone. You need to party little, dance it. I don't know what he's saying right here, but it sounds fun.
This one I better do with the jabba. Me, I no get time, I did that, da. The cover my face, calling me la, ba, da.
Now big up everybody who's trying to learn a new language right now.
Tell me, what's it gonna G-Wagon, all the Bentley, take your time, ride the boat, and the feet, die for nothing.
Now, Tony, come get them a dance. Come get them a dance. They use your hand them too much, Tony.
Ride the boat, I know, die for nothing. Make you no say anything.
Everybody should do sign language, sign up people.
I can't come and clean myself. So anything we do, I try to do on my way. Plenty so far, baby face. Just to make sure money day. But my people can go say, I know one buy, I know one die, I know one spend.
Big up to my Nigerian crew.
I want you.
My crew in Ghana, my crew in Kenya.
I still want to know. Tell me, what's it going? G-Wagon, all the Bentley. Pick your them, ride the boat, I know feet, die for nothing. What's it gonna be?
I know a lot of you sing this song in the bathroom when you're getting ready in the morning. Right. I know you do it.
I know feet.
I like me, I tell.
I need you in the morning, but I need you now.
You do it, man, you do it.
Yeah. I find you, I give you all you need. I know what you like. I
the one. Turn me out of my mind.
Remember the one, yeah? Remember the one, yeah?
Joanna, your busy body, busy tonight. Mad. Joanna, making all the dummy tonight. Joanna, your busy body, giving me life, oh, hey life, hey. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. How you gonna do me like Joanna? Joanna. Hey,
We are all of vibes right now.
Joanna.
You know, sister, we are create waves like the ocean.
Full of fat, yeah! What you say you're doing now?
You create waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, loud explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. We do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. We never see a phone sound, strong. Never the time for rely on people to make my move, but never saw me grow. No, no, say me hype, and know your problem, my position, I have no pride, I guess anything goes. Me, I live my life, telling me I'm moon. I used to be that little kid, now I am the grown. Think my life, it's all up, did that talent, but never have no luck, so rough. Before I get laid off, now no up. Did I have to turn a man from best, so no,
Yes,
I don't. You know, I wouldn't change a thing. No, choose you have to lose a couple times before you win. Oh, yeah. I pop models, What my story about happy and like the novels.
I hope you learned some over the last 3 days.
Look out on the
Did you?
right on me up, she up. Anything when me buy your canto. Me a drive out, she can drive out. If it fly out, she can fly out. Cause me up, she up. Nothing like when your girl turned up. If you see the wallet, you are gonna see the person. Give me girlfriend better than yours.
Wow!
Me vendetta girl that be proud of you. Your best skill or something for remember you. All the hustling where we go on with all the cards where you bust and you never get borrow. We lifestyle of the two we so borrow. Me might dead, you might go jail tomorrow. But anything nothing to we baby we can't, so we never live a life. Cause right now me up, she up. Anything when me buy your canto. Me a drive out, she a drive out. If it fly.
So you know we're standing at school?
Cause me up, she up. Nothing like when your girl turned up. If you see the wallet, you are gonna see the person.
This ambition, right?
Them no inna my leg. No inna my leg. No my put a little bit of money out. Reach somewhere. And after them I lead. No inna my leg. No inna my leg. Them too slow, them are invalid. Man full of step like a centipede.
Let me know.
First thing, bitch, I thanks for the most things. Security, I at me guard. Look for me house and me yard and me 1 dozen pit bull dog. This industry must be me girl. Come me, God. No facts that them are even sus. Them not live better than that. Me bank go down cycle. 100 million on your cycle. You know see your slow life is a cycle. You know see me fast 10 times nitro. Me a do it like night. Me up a sleep like night. Lord Jesus Christ.
If my wife a party. If my wife a party. Live the life before you lost it. You feel the vibes, you know me charging.
Hear me now, man.
With me nice and some one.
You're gone.
If my wife a party. Live the life before you lost it. You feel the vibes, you know me charging. That's the wine, wonderland. Dance all of the place there. Fuel of vibes. The vote unanimous. Dance all your miraculous.
Well, what a man.
You save my day.
It is the closing party.
You don't make enough people survive. So what if my wife a party? What if my wife a party? Live the life before you lost it.
If you've learned something useful over the last 3 days, you feel a lot brighter than you did when you started. Hear me now.
on with it, go on with it. Yeah, easy. Are you kidding me? Toast, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on full. Oh, in a rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful.
Wagwan!
Blessings all for my life and but thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off the below. One time did sit down in a class and we board that only said the road and we go on with the road.
Wagwan!
Third form, me say me try a thing. And you know it found out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing. Yeah, see me all did you soon get the higher ring. Like hello brother, you say I had to shut ya. Saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If you need a butter, pass through your shot to get ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand.
I want to get creative, you know. I want to get innovative. I want to set away. You know why?
This, I want to tell my when I bet your mouth, I don't make it catch every day. I try to press on wine. Free, I was style. Okay. Babylon a best of fear, flip them, put a desk on your tongue, give me bigger, so them stress, so them mess on why? The girl, not kind of a fight.
Watch me now.
I like the more than man above and one. Stand up the pound 10 might take a trip and never book and one. Try to go up fly the like with the pot and one. Who da cook your butter on? Them get a motor for. When I take bully and them can't bad up. Kind of trip up in a chest of a can't grab up. And them can't take a vibes and we vibes. We have a do it and we try to check up the levels. No, them can't add up. Get up the pace. This, I want to tell my when I bet the motor don't make it catch every day. I try to press on wine. For real, I was style. Okay. Babylon a best of fear, flip them.
Listen, yeah, some people are going to try dry out, you know.
So they mess on wine.
Don't make them dry out and put you in a trouble, you know. Hear what I say?
Now, girl can't see me and cause problem. Them a man clowns and me walk on them. Me no love chat, but me I want them tell.
Don't make them dry out.
And them. Now, girl can't see me and start problem. Them a man clowns and me walk on them. Me no love chat, but me I want them tell them. It's a real Shengyang anthem.
Now, watch me now.
Girl over no man, me no idiot. If me a take your man, me a keep that. Them a feel see me in a street and pass and whisper to friend if I she that. If a girl touch me, me nah say me nah that. But if me a take your man, me a keep that. She a feel see me in a street and pass and whisper to friend if I she that. Me big bad and brave, so me beat me chest. No girl can't see me and try take it. The girl with a stick, so bring her to the.
The girls them alone sing that one. Talk short.
It's when me step, no fight over man. Me the stress over you. Some girl head full of ear like parachute. When
me a skin your teeth under your mouth. You can't trick me.
Navigator and take another route. Now fight no girl over no man, me no idiot. If me take Jordan, me a keep that. She a fi see me in a street and pass and whisper to friend if a she that.
Man style different, step up on them pepper hot. The sauce.
7 seconds now.
Money I make even if me take a nap. Then my wife girl will take more meal and letterbox. Me had the bad uncle, she had the bad auntie. She love to wind up herself like a Nancy. Till I have to take time do it then balance it. Then me light up the like Kalanji. Yeah man, when I toss that full of girl go and go ask Jordan. What's a style?
Fox is here.
Oh, man, you have to spend 10 years in a London. I say you bad, do it. I saw me bad, do it. I say you bad.
Watch the style, yeah. Watch the style, yeah.
Everybody put your cup in the air now. Anything you know I drink, make me see. Most in a come in a care, yeah. I hear good things for me and see. Balenciaga me and for me foot there. With a brand new one, me every jeans. Cuban link me out here on me neck. Chain them rough like Indian is a tea. Watch a style, yeah. The cologne a bad Rottweiler. When none of see we lay flat like Tyler. You think I shot you straight for snipe. Girl a bubble up in a the place like soda. Money a run like we drink milk powder. Things them stink, but I carry bad odor. Boss me girl, them rich like Oprah. Watch an honor, a style ya buck like corner. Anything you see me wear, me a the owner. We too hot skin a strip, not the know. So everybody put a cup in the air now.
Cup.
You know what drink make me see. Most in the come in a care, yeah. I hear good things from me head to me feet. Balenciaga me and for me foot there. With a brand new one, me every tea. Cuban link me around me neck. Chain them me go off like Pam. We get just to chain links keep on. Just when you see the black one, try
Drive to your ski mask up, low beast, spray team, make them a fi blame crew class clan. Yo, full of risks like London War. Capital case of the ball. Cherry pineapple get big with a room sick a long, long tall. Yo, pull up.
Yes, I mean, pull up.
No. Yeah, what's up here?
It's the after party.
No make me go off like Pam. Fidel Castro chain links coupon. Just when they see the black van. Drive to your ski mask up, low beast, spray team, make them a fi blame crew class clan. Yo, full of risks like London War. Capital case of the ball. Cherry pineapple get big with a room sick a long, long tall. Yo, pull up. When bad man forward, pull up. Where about a years ago, y'all fi good up. Full of bag of chicken, let the whole of them cub up. Phone video light in her face, y'all look up. Them a silly billy. She want a real bad man, not a hilly billy. And she's a thick, too late. She must a willy. Fool them. Silly billy. You would have think me never be me full of dirty money. Like sweet, yeah, the girl then sugar honey. Any girl let's see me with a body, yaddy. Give me
Get on the box. Get on the box. Get on the box. Get on the box.
Young bongs, play, ball game, big tree, young a ton, arcade, custom, Reebok, one pair, nippy, school them, hard years. Young bongs, Sun City, my FM, Frank White, Frank.
What's up? That one has been rocking out summer.
How you do it?
Yeah, me clean, everybody know this. Who make us smoke?
Hold on, come here. Come get them pizza. No, Tony, come get them pizza the dirt bombs.
Hey,
come get them pizza the dirt bombs.
Hey,
now big up everybody down at Jonestown.
Hey, diary dirt.
Big up everybody down at town.
Reba, how you do it?
Big up everybody who are free up and enjoy themselves right now.
Them deaf.
Where's the clean on now?
How you do it?
Yeah, me clean. Everybody know this.
Hey.
Who make us small man what this?
Hey.
But me know what this. Who me just watch this.
Hey.
I did brand new dance. Me a teach it. If you
come here. Your pants outside. Come over here.
Hey.
Your jacket now squeeze you. Come over here. Come here.
Hey.
Don't make me stop the music. Oh! Ready.
Reba, how you do it?
Ready.
Yeah, me clean. Everybody know this. Who make us small man what this? But me know what this. Who me just watch this. I did brand new dance. Me a teach it. If you a girl, just smile and show your dimple. Give them know all the thing go. Brand new dance, it's simple. Dirt with dirt. Show them the thing go. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, watch ya. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, watch ya. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, hey. Dirt. Everybody get.
I want to see your dirt bounce right now. I want to see your dirt bounce.
Them deaf.
Ready.
How you do it?
Yeah, me clean. Everybody know this. Who make us small man what this? But me know what this. Who me just watch this. I did brand new dance. Me a teach it. If you a girl, just smile and show your dimple. Give them know all the thing go. Brand new dance, it's simple. Dirt with dirt. Show them the thing now. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, watch ya. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, watch ya. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, hey. Dirt. Everybody get your bunks, watch ya.
We have a party tonight, just watch. Tonight, me feel like spend some cash. Cool on the Benz, just watch. If a Givenchy shoes, then the belt must match. Gucci loafers with a tough top. Money no fi call thicker than a. Who you know, with a clutch back. When a bad sound clear, we say pull it.
What was that?
Yeah. Push, load, rum. Yo, we are wild out and a shout. Yeah. Turn around, yeah.
Not 20. Get him a bounce, 20.
Yeah. Push, load, rum.
Jenna Bunks. 20 is in a bumper. If you don't come to the camera, I'm going to stop the music. Ready?
Next show me the dancing world say, me no want no respect from none of them there. The party a shot dog, how you did it? Over the tickers when me and them, she in a shot up shots of the thing a fling where. One me a look from the dog if you want look some girl. I live with a friend. Smoke some trace. Phones are a kiss them teeth. If you want buy your the bar, say you want to mash up the club. You make your lifestyle sweet. Don't say you want to do it and then don't do it.
In a Europe, Bravo start tour now. Mashing up stage and dance floor now. Swipe and play me deadlock now. And have one bag of money in a bag now. Any girl who want me have to get it up. Make a bag of money, so they can set it up.
Do what you can manage. Do what you can manage.
And I want more friend, me have to check it out.
If you want look some girl, live with a friend. If you want smoke some trace, not care who.
You know what's coming next, right?
If you want buy your the bar, say you want to mash up the club. You want to make your lifestyle sweet. Don't say you want to do it and then don't do it. Cool ravers, man shoulder for your face. Yeah, that's bad too. Tell your shoulder for your face. Listen. I wait, ding ding dong, the new dancing king. And a shoulder for your face. Tell your shoulder for your face. Watch your words to a speak and attack with your bad mind. Man shoulder for your face. In a mid-chain bling bling. Bad mind is a sin. You need to be a... Dancers flip gooder than a header. If you fight that, me picking out a feather. Don't bad mind my brother when him a go up the ladder. Money man happy go get the cheddar. If you not like that, hold them there, hold them there, hold them there. Hold them there, fully back, so hold them there. Hold them there, 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 hold them there. And a shoulder for your friend. Tell a shoulder for your friend. Watch your words to a speak and attack with your bad mouth. Man shoulder for your friend. In a mid-chain bling bling. Bad mind is a sin. Don't need to wear a good thing. When you do road, me have to wear the good thing then. Good clothes and the good shoes then. Good chain and the good ring then. Me shopping at the mall at the good store then. My car when me drive at the good car then. No chicken head that does a good girl then. Pretty face with the good.
We're gonna take you on a dancing journey.
That does a good.
Let's go!
If I got tell me say me well up. Artist singing at the streets and I me say that. Everything when me put that and put it to you with the time. Jimmy to it.
Have a party at home. We can still have a party.
Oh my God, me a God. I've been waiting at the world alone, me mother. Every girl is incomplete with every teeth and pretty feet. It enough with the description, that's all the other.
Okay.
Poor Faragamo, it a tap on them. Cash and name, coffee call on them. Some boy gonna cast a light on them. Image on my tablet. Try stag beer, I'll insure them. Marvelings, red carpet them. Girls roll out in the red pumps them. Yo, ding, but we put a roll call on them. Country pepper, girl, tell me, say me well up. Artist singing at the streets and I me say that. Everything when me put on some put it to Louis Vuitton, to me to Italy and Balenciaga. Some say them a God, me a God. Every waiting at the world alone, me mother. Every girl is incomplete with her teeth and pretty feet. It enough fit the description, that's all the other. Man I make yes, 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 yes.
Move around now. Energy. Yes. Energy. Yes. Energy. Yes. Energy.
Yes, 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 yes.
You ready now? You ready? You ready?
Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. Go on with the road, go on with the road. We are going with the road. 90 me can't use, me not use 87. No need the word I guess up with the new level. The car of the dance, no can't need the devil. No pass for the but him a dance in level. We have to be do what we have to do, know that do. But you don't know what you are going to do. Highway patrol know the code when them see we can't run. No matter stop going and just smoke. Yes, 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 yes. Switch it up now. To the dance floor, do the ajibo. Do the dance about everybody. Bounce, we are bounce for Sunday. Bounce, 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 bounce. To the dance floor, do the ajibo. Do the dance about everybody. Dance, we are dance for Sunday. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Do the ajibo, circle.
Hey, promoter, I need some water. Promoter. Turn on a buckle of water. Promoter. Bring the bartender and bring a buckle of water for me, please.
To the dance floor, do the ajibo. Told her that's about everybody a go. Bounce for your bounce 4 weeks and they go. Bounce, 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 bounce. To the dance floor, do the ajibo.
No, my grand, you are killing me. Don't do that Sunday promotion. Don't do it.
Bounce, bounce. Good the aji bounce circle and make everybody feel dance. Percy a step. Aji bounce make every girl start sweat. Be the man a killer. Breeze say aji unit. Dance turn up when girl back a bend. Aji him a bounce right back again. Now step out every dance. I step out now. Dance all nice. Dancing back again. To the dance floor do the aji bounce. Throw that dance about everybody a bounce. We have 4 weeks and they go bounce, 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 bounce. To the dance floor do the aji bounce.
I want to work out stuff. I want to forget physical activity, you know, not just mental activity.
Anyway, me go to get some love time to over that.
Whoa! Whoa!
Give me the money first when me get the front
Give me the money back. Just work, Santa.
Look at the front for a long distance. If I no money, you not get a response. Me care they need maintenance. Everybody will say rich. Give me the rich dance. Rich, 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 real rich. Rich, 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 so rich. Rich, 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 real rich. Rich, 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 rich. Left from Twitter, I'm in Ghana, Insta. Couple more years, me the Prime Minister. What's my last?
It's a dead idea. When you up them down, when you refresh, when you phone so till, when you reboot, when you run so till, when you nail them out down. Yeah, I know you nail them out. You wonder why you can't post. You can't comment for nobody post. Your feed now refresh. You wonder if your data finished.
Anyway, me go to some love time cover that the Benz and the Jagger and the Volvo. Give me the money fast when me get the pronto. Me and the rich master for them a pronto. So, look at the phone for a long distance. If I no money, you not get a response. Me care they need maintenance. Everybody was rich. The rich dance. Rich, 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 real rich. Rich, 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 so rich. Rich, 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 real rich. Rich, 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 rich.
Watch your wire, all right. Watch your wire. High voltage, wire. High voltage.
Yeah, but that's some of them songs they want to know, right?
Watch your wire. High voltage, wire. High voltage, wire. The dancer in your come to expire. It act like when that I'm on a fire. Watch your wire. Watch your wire. Blow watch me. The dancer bust like a acne. Hard to deal with. Them can't stop with. They want a fresh up at the hit factory. Missy Poppy jump out of the 4-way red. Killer fly past with the 5-way white. Watch your wire. Don't watch the next one right. If you're not top wire, I bet you go high. Hey. Watch your wire. High voltage.
Remember the one, yeah?
Okay. You might see me in the Ray-Ban. Man, I'm bad from day one. I don't trust you, you a pagan. Rubbish, waste man. This beat is lethal like Dizzle. Them man I washed up, shizzle. It's no joke like Riddle. She won't get high, MD, Dizzle. Tom Cruise. I really think that I'm Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. I really think that I'm Tom Cruise. Someone doing it like this, can we like
yeah, another party there. It's not that party. It's not that party. Not that party. Everybody now goes to heart attack. Everybody up.
Yeah.
Hey!
You might see me in the Ray-Ban. Man, I'm bad from day one. I don't trust you, you a pagan. Them man, they chat rubbish, waste man. This beat is lethal like Dizzle. Them man I washed up, shizzle. It's no joke like Riddle. She won't get high, MD, Dizzle. Tom Cruise. I really think that I'm Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. I really think that I'm Tom Cruise.
Remember the dance to that one, yeah?
I really think that I'm Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. I really think that I'm Tom Cruise. Ray-Ban. Catch me in the dance in my Ray-Ban. Man, I've been back from day one. Ray-Ban. Catch me in the dance in my Ray-Ban.
Let's see if we can do this, you new dance.
Ray-Ban, man, I've been back from day one. Catch you wave, sir. 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 Catch you wave. Intellect.
Y'all wanna mix up? Y'all wanna mix up?
Catch you wave.
No!
Catch you wave, sir. 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 Catch you wave. Gypsy, me do the surf dance, get away me tipsy. Wave sign at the start, tsunami. If I no money card, please don't call me. Don't tell me about surf if you're not chat party. 100K on your wrist, girl flirting. Can't jump off, no time at all when you're surfing. Yeah,
One more to go. Thank you so much for having me. DJ Spark is my name. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Sparky Baby Official.
Good babe. 14 parish, 52 state. When we are rave, we lock up the whole place. Catch you wave, surf on the haters. Surf, we are surf on the haters. Catch you wave, we are surf on the haters. Surf, we are surf on the haters. Big belly girl for me belly. Like Boko B, yeah, we ready when you're ready. When me drink the white rum, me a mad smaddy. Watch you balance when you surf, we dance them steady. You feel fresh, you have to clean when you're surfing. Ravers have the place, them hurting. Me feel good when the haters losing. Our waves high, ravers keep surfing. We left them drowning. Catch you wave, sir. Catch you wave, sir. Catch you wave, sir. Catch you wave, sir. Catch you wave, sir.
It was a pleasure being here. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And remember, personal goals. But hear me now.
I'm from a place, you grab a place more than we the shatters, play ball and me. You don't can't see gang leaders, them a pay for that's real. This one as a pay local fee. I'm from a place, some man no care about if I keep when them a food, I make you think the 12 year one no live same place where some man no care about themselves. When it come to come with us, so we side on the bridge, same place, not the ghetto where the crime never left. Perilous times, desolate your mind, never stress. Not even water, this standpipe never wet. When you got hand like you better try test your bread. I'm from a place where market look like the worst, and I food you go get. Nevertheless, ramp with the food and you. I'm from a place where police never rest, worry for arrest, and I know no peace never make. Tell me about it, if you know where I come from. Tell me about it.
If you're not playing one more, right?
Tell me about it. If you ever put a foot in a this summer, not the dungeon. Tell me.
Remember, hold your vision, hold your vision, hold your vision.
No. Unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth. Unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth. Me, I tell you the truth, them want every man in a suit. Unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth.
Thank you so much, DJ Sparks. My name, it was indeed a pleasure. Remember, discipline is freedom. Focus and execute and don't make anybody derail you. If you fall off, get up back, dust off yourself and continue pursuing your goals. Bless.